Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello.
stinks in here. It's like, ugh. That's not. I think they're waiting for me to do the announcements, and I told them I can't do it. Like, you know what I mean? We're running a bit late, so we're probably gonna be sitting here for a while. Well, check 1 2, check 1 2. Well, welcome to the Athlete Institute in Mono, Ontario. I'm Chris McKee. We're running a little late. I literally got here about 15 seconds before tip-off, so I did not have any time to even check with pronunciations on some of these players. There's a massive snowstorm all across the GTA. It took me 3 hours to get here in what is normally a 90-minute drive, and so I'm running late, so I'm going to try to do my best. So out on the floor right now, number 12 is Damarion Enos Hurst. This is for the London Basketball Academy. Number 13 out there is Justice Grant. Let's see who's got the ball here. 23 is Joseph Bagley Lacerte. I know I'm probably saying it wrong. And number 10, Nicholas Sevick. One more. Who else am I looking at? Was there Terrence Booker? And so out there for Orangeville. This is my first look at some of these guys in spite of it being in February. This EYBL team, I don't know too many of the kids, so I see Johan Munch out there, number 1. Jack McMahon on the floor, number 3. Torian Lee, number 2. Number 5 is Xavier McLean. Yeah, looks like and all the numbers are off. So 12 is not Joel Campbell. So I'm going to give it I'm going to walk over the scorer's table because I don't know who these players are. The numbers are all wrong. Give me a second. Well, back to it. Okay, so I went over to the scores table. So I wasn't supposed to call this game. They asked me Tuesday night. They said, "Hey, we're doing a senior night. Can you come do the EYBL team?" I said, "Sure." So I don't, other than 2 or 3 kids, I don't know them. So they sent me a roster this morning for the Orangeville guys. Not one single number was correct for any player. Every single player is wearing a different number. So I think I got it. We're going to run through it. If there's any numbers wrong on the London Basketball Academy, we're going to deal with it. So 7-4 Orangeville Prep. This is the EYBL squad, 5:52 to go. Appreciate you tuning in. We're kind of making do here. This game was just kind of put together, and then I'm trying to work through it. So here we go. So again, out there right now for Orangeville, Johan Munch, Jack McMahon, Torian Lee, Josh Olawashalu is 12, and 5 is Elijah Duval. There we go. Try to get it. So Duval, ball in his hand right now. I also have no notes on these players, 0 information. There's Jack McMahon, corner 3 bang. 10-2 Orangeville Prep, 5:40 to go. London Basketball Academy the other way, and it's going to be an and one. Rocco Awad with the finish. So Awad at the free throw line. Hits it, 10-5. So I will say, anyone from London Basketball Academy out there, update your website. You don't have a current roster on there. I tried looking up last night to see, and nothing current. So they've got a 2022-23 roster. No 2023-24 roster. Yeah, I got them all now, yeah, thank you, yeah. But no, literally, Elijah, every single number I was provided was wrong. So it's like, this is my guy Elijah Patterson just came up to send me the roster to make sure we're good. We got it. So Awad with the ball. That's Enos Hurst, 23 out there. Joseph Bagley Lacerte. If I'm saying it right. Short on that one. And we got number 2 out there, Atak McCord. Seeing him for the first time today. Duval off the glass and it drops. Elijah Duval. Well, Duval receiving a ton of interest from NCAA programs. You're going to be seeing him on TV somewhere next year. And I bet they give them the rosters shorter than 5 minutes after tip-off with the right numbers. So 4:32 to go. Orangeville leads 12-5 on a snowy. I mean, if it took me 3 hours to get up here, I imagine people trying to get up here to watch this equally as stuck. I took the 407 here from Pickering to get to the 404. I was doing 40 kilometers an hour on the 407. So never mind what the 401 was. I was looking on Google Maps. It was absolutely jammed. So we're trying to make do. And here we are. Any issues with sound out there? Because there has been just about every single game over the past couple weeks. Please hit me up on Twitter at Mr. McKee, MRMCKEE. Do not hit me up on my personal Instagram. Last week I was saying hit me up on Twitter. I don't check my personal Instagram during the game, and I had a bunch of messages, people sending me going, hey, the sound's off. And I was like, I didn't tell you to hit me up on my personal Instagram. So hit me up on Twitter at Mr. McKee, or my basketball Instagram, undrafted_FA. That's undrafted_FA. It's free agent, it stands for. So any issues with sound or the picture, please hit me up. So a year of transition up here at Orangeville Prep, because, here we are in very late, mid-February right now. And we've got this EYBL team who some of these players I have yet to call any games because they only play all the games in the United States. And then there's been a whole bunch of movement. Kids that were on the national squad now been switched over to the EYBL team. And it's been a challenge to try to keep track of what's what. So I'm having a listen on the YouTube. Sounds okay, so keep rolling with it. Duval, 4:30 to go. Orangeville leads 12-5. McMahon has been shooting the lights out from 3 on the EYBL circuit. Number 2, Atak McCord out there. Torian Lee from 3, all the way from BC. So Lee, one of the kids from Surrey, has been a part of Team BC, the U17 level, as well as Team Canada, the U16 level. He's a 2025, so he's got some more hoops, hopefully, here at Orangeville Prep, continuing. 13 Justice Grant out there. Although, I have a feeling that might not be right. Nicholas Sebic, also number 10 out there with the turquoise sneaker. He's guarding Duval. Duval just blows by them with ease. And then Johan Munch was about to have a highlight reel dunk, but then he's fouled and instead will shoot some free throws. So I got to look at Johan. Came up here in the preseason when they had some NCAA coaches just watching practices, but I have yet to see Johan play a single game because he's only on the EYBL team, doesn't play for the OSBA squad. He's drawing rave reviews, great size and athleticism. Born June 2005, plays for Denmark at the U18 level, and he's a 2024. So Munch, after hitting those free throws to push it to 16-5, 3:43 to go, he takes a quick breather. And coming back into the game, number 2, Atak McCord. London Basketball Academy, the visitors in black and red spin move. And they're calling a foul. I don't think it dropped, it didn't. That's Rocco Awad. Is that 8? Hits it. I can't tell if that's a 0 or it's an 8. There we go. Finally saw it. So what is Rocco Awad? 16-6. Short on the second. Rebound McCord. Duval. Lee. Good ball movement by Orangeville. Duval in the corner and rims out on his 3 attempts. 16-6 Orangeville, comfortable. The London Basketball Academy with just 2 players on their bench, so I've got a slight hunch this is going to get ugly in the second half if they've only got 7 players to face Orangeville Prep, the EYBL squad. So Ilan Balde's coming into the game, one of the youngsters. Seen quite a bit of him because he's been a part of a couple of the other Orangeville teams all throughout the season, playing in some OSBA action. He's got great length and athleticism, can shoot the 3. And this is a kid, Balde, I think he's going to continue growing. He's only going to get bigger. Lee. And McCord, and that's a foul, but they let it go. And Atak McCord, easy lay-in, switches to his left hand, and it drops 18-6. 2:30 remains, opening quarter. Bagley Lacerte 23, holding it up. Shot clock winding down 3, 2, 1. Awad puts it up and he's short. And London gets the rebound. They'll get another crack at it. Shot clock at 7. There's just no movement off the ball for the London team. They're all just stuck in the corner, and there's no way that guy's going to blow by the 2 Orangeville defenders covering him. So London's got to get a little bit more creative, need some more movement off the ball. Duval to Balde. Torian Lee in the corner, swish, and it drops. Torian Lee. So Lee, I had a chance to check out a little bit. He's got a sister playing down at UC Irvine. Been a part of Team Canada as well. Irvine, an absolutely stunning part of California, beautiful. I've interviewed the men's coach at UC Irvine a couple of years ago. Had an NCAA tournament run, and again, London, I just talked about the 0 movement off the ball, nobody movement in black, nobody moving, and the shot clock just expired on them again. So 21-6, and it looks like they're gonna get a timeout on the floor. So looks like sound and the stream pretty good. We had some challenges when I was up here Tuesday night. The women's game was good, but during the men's game, first half, nightmare. The video was lagging. Apparently nobody could hear what I was saying. The microphones weren't plugged in, which I don't understand because nobody uses this equipment in between the games when I come and when I don't. And again, I just looked right now. I just got here. There's a whole bunch of knobs that have been moved around from Tuesday night when I was here again. I wonder if the kids, the players, because they're practicing here, if they're coming up in the booth messing around, pretending they're DJing and stuff like that, and that's how all the knobs are getting moved around. So 117 to go, opening quarter, 21-6, Orangeville leads. Duval will inbound. And number 32, it's Joel Campbell, ball in his hand, one of the youngsters as well. Balde. McCord is 2. Olawashilu, 12. And that's Torian Lee again. He's heating up from behind the arc. So Ja Duval listed as a 3-star recruit. And he's got a whole bunch of offers. Bethune-Cookman, Cal State Bakersfield, Florida Gulf Coast, Georgia, Arkansas, a bunch of others. And so I imagine you'll be seeing Ja Duval somewhere on your TV screen. The way Torian Lee's shooting, you're going to be seeing him on TV soon as well. Balde, quick trigger, and then has that blocked. Not quick enough. Rocco Awad got back there on defense. To Atak McCord, to Olawashilu. Lee again, why not? Heat check. Oh, Torian Lee on fire. 27-6, he's torching them. London's got to get a body on Torian Lee. He's just wide open and raining threes. 13 seconds left. Spin move, got away with the travel, but hey, they're not calling it. Ball bouncing around. Shot clock, or game clock at 4, 3, 2, 1. No one on the bench telling the kid. Normally the players on the bench start screaming when the clock's going down. No one on London engaged to help their teammate out. You got to change that, guys. 27-6, all Orangeville Prep opening quarter. So coming up next, following this game at 7 o'clock, will be a little bit more settled. Orangeville national squad against the provincial squad, and it's senior night. So there's a young kid out there taking shots. Normally they don't allow this in between games. They don't want the kids running out in the court, but no one's stopping them. So if you're London, they got to stop messing around with it. They've already had a couple times where the shot clock's winding down. If you're going to have a chance at this one, you got to actually take the shot. You can't just dribble around in circles with your head down and expect a different result. So take some chances, put it up there, and let's see what happens. A shot better than no shot. Well, 27-6. It looks like we're going to see number 15, Bryson Vanilla Kembo. Kemwa. Again, I didn't get the chance to check with the players on their pronunciation pregame. If you're just joining us late as well, I was late getting up here, which is the first time in about 5 years that's happened. But again, this wasn't scheduled to call this game. Got asked late Tuesday, and then massive snowstorm in the GTA had me a whole lot of delayed. Here we go. Torian Lee, keep shooting, my man. He hasn't missed. Balde. Olawashalu leaves it for Lee. And what a play set up. And one. Josh Olawashalu. Just great size on this dude. Big long arms as well. He's playing a lot bigger than his frame. I'm trying to, what big would I guess? It's probably about 6'7" from what I'm looking at. 6'6", 6'7". Johan Munch checks back in. Johan, they got listed at 6'10". Olawashalu converts the three-point play. I don't see Owen Kenny over on the bench. Oh, there he is, but he's not in uniform. We're shooting around with Owen the other night, Tuesday night, him and Jack McMahon pregame. It was fun to get the chance to do that. Ooh, big response. Justice Grant from 3. So that's it for London. That's it. Take your shots. Have a go. 39. Good things will happen. Munch. Orangeville weaving and ducking. Torian Lee. Kick out. Campbell. No good. And then Lee has it stripped. Good defense from London. And here come the visitors. Ball progressed ahead, but then stolen. Orangeville. Olawashalu. And is fouled. Looks like Bryson Vanilla Kembo with the foul. Olawashalu hits. (32-9), 8:42 to go. Second quarter. It's an exhibition game here for the Orangeville EYBL squad against the London Basketball Academy. I don't know what league they play in. If anyone's out there, hit me up on Twitter at Mr. McKee. Let me know where the London Basketball Academy plays, because they're not, you can see them in the OSBA, they're not in the Trillium standings. They're certainly not in the top division, because they've called a game for pretty much every team in that league this season. Awad. Sebic out there. And again, the shot clock just expires. No one on the London bench, none of the coaches, none of the players shouting that the shot clock is expiring. No teammates, just zero communication. McMahon. Duval. And it looks like he stepped out of bounds. So London will catch a break. 32-9. Always look a push off on Awad. It's going to be Orangeville ball. Orangeville. Unbelievable movement. And there's Johan Munch with the feed from Duval. Easy lay-in for the Big Dane. I was amazed at how good Johan moves. You know, for a guy of his size, you wonder, the big boys sometimes don't have the best footwork. Not exactly graceful, but Munch he's smooth, man. He would do well in ballroom dance as well. He's not stiff. There's Munch. Olawashalu. And I don't know why he didn't dunk that. There was no one in front of him. I think the ball just slipped out of his hand. Either way, still counts for two. And it drops 36-9, hitting the 7-minute mark of the second quarter. Sebic attacks, and he gets the roll. Nikola Sebic. Sebic. .640 remains. Duval looks around, nothing cooking, decides to throw it up. Munch gets the rebound, back to Duval, and he'll reset. Campbell from the court, nope, doesn't go. Sorry, that was Demetrius Woodward, number 3. And ripped away. Good defense by Duval. Just snuck in there. And quick hands. But London catches a break. Possession arrow favors them. They'll keep it. 36-11. 6:10 remains. London, step back, and she didn't want the shot, and out of bounds. Well, 6 minutes to go, 25-point lead for the hometown Orangeville. If you're just joining us, Orangeville in white with black trim, and then they give a gift to London. London Basketball Academy, black jerseys with red and white trim. Take the shot off the mark, and here comes Duval. McMahon, you know he wants that 3. It's going to be a 2 because his feet were inside the line, and the 2 big guys bouncing for it. It's going to be London ball. Normally I stop at the Tim Hortons up the street, get a coffee. I wasn't even able to do that. So hopefully keep the energy pumping without the caffeine. Long 3 attempt, and it looks good. It drops. It's Demarion Enos Hurst, 36-14. So that's for London. Take some shots, man. Stop messing around with it. Put it up. Good things are happening. Munch. Olawashalu shows the range. Bang. Josh Olawashalu from 3. 39-14. All Orangeville opening half. 4:50 to go. .435 remains. Johan Munch. Chewing up London. Two-handed dunk for the big man. 41-14. 4:20 to go. And one, no. Well, Enos Hurst will shoot a couple free throws. So again, apologies to the London Basketball Academy family friends. Zero notes I have on these guys. I just got their roster. I was on the drive up here when they sent me their roster and wasn't able to do any game prep. Usually try to spend at least about 90 minutes of prep just making notes, Google every player, see what you can find on them. At the high school level, I mean, obviously some of the EYBL guys, you're going to find a ton of info. So it's kind of hit and miss, the high school level. Sometimes you'll find a nugget or two. Hopefully, I mean, usually even just kind of where they're from, what year they are, and miscommunication. Olawashalu and McMahon not on the same page. 41-15. And pocket picked. Comes Orangeville the other way. Alley-oop! Ooh, Munch almost had the reverse alley-oop. No highlight there, and good movement from London back the other way. 41-17 it should be. Well, that was Luca Reynolds Raby, number 11. Bit more like it from London. So you want to see, get that ball, hit the ground running. That's one of the things, you know, I went down and watched. We had a couple of NCAA games in Toronto. Zach Edey, of course, the big man from Purdue, the National Player of the Year. They arranged a homecoming game for him. I still call it the Ricoh Center. It's the Coca-Cola Center right next to BMO Field where the Toronto Marlies play. But the speed of when they get the ball, as soon as it's, okay, rebound, let's go. It is a full-out sprint. Not one guy's jogging. It is, you can see the speed difference of the game, and that's what these boys want to go play at that next level, especially the NCAA, especially the high majors, because I watched, who did we see? Purdue, Alabama, and then TCU, Clemson, all really good teams. You might see every single one of them in the NCAA tournament this year. And just to see how fast they get up and down. And also, every guy, they've all got good hands. You know, you see a lot of times in the high school level, passing the ball around. Guys kind of fumble with it, drop it, especially the big boys. And so, work on your fitness and your hands, and you want to get to that next level. Never mind just the shooting and the dribbling and all that. Speed, get up and down, full tilt. 3:53 remains opening quarter. All Orangeville. Just got a huge size advantage. It's one of those ones where you walk in the gym and you can say, wow, Orangeville is bigger, longer. Good opportunity for the London guys to test themselves against at least a handful of future NCAA players. McCour What a feed underneath to Lee. Lee didn't need that bounce pass. And then as the shot clock expires, Jack McMahon, bang. And he stares down the London defender. Love it from Jack. Jack's been up here a couple of years. Great kid, got to know him a little bit, always chat with him pre-game. Because he's always here in the gym watching the OSBA games, not playing, but he's kind of shooting around. And it's funny because Jack's been a great source of info for me. Hey, who's this kid? What's going on? He's kind of helped fill me in with what's happening with the program. So really appreciative of Jack. Long 3 attempt, Sebic off. Corner 3, short. Bit more like it though from London, good ball movement. Taking shots when they're there. Munch, little finger roll lay-in. 46-17, 2:15 to go. London, not a lot of space to operate. Corner 3 and it's off. Enos Hurst, unlucky on that one. McCord thought about it, and now Orangeville will reset. McMahon just hit a 3. You know he wants a heat check. And Olawashalu hangs on. Thankfully, the refs kept the whistles in their pocket. No T there. 48-17. Wow. So, again, this is my first look at Josh. This dude can play. Love his size, athleticism, and then on the defensive end, getting it done. McMahon wants it. Oh, and it's off. So it looks like a foul, maybe. Was it on Munch or against him? I think it was on Munch push in the back, and so it's going to be London ball. 1:22 remains, opening quarter. So my apologies for getting up here late. Sometimes the weather gets in the way. It's actually worse in the Toronto area than it is up here in Orangeville. It's just kind of raining, a little bit of snow on the highways as I was trying to rip down Highway 9. A wide kick out. And no good. It was Justice Grant missed on his 3 attempt. McCord fakes, attacks, switches to his left hand, and it goes. Attack McCord. 50-17, Orangeville prep. 40 seconds to go, opening half. So it looks like we're going to have some kids playing at halftime. See them all getting ready to come out. Always love that. We had some young girls playing here, like literally 8, 9, 10-year-olds last week, and it was so adorable. There was one girl who was just out there lighting it up, and the rest were all chasing her around. London off on that one. 50-17, Orangeville. Oh, Ja wasn't ready for it. I was about to say Orangeville can hold for the last shot, but they won't. Now London can get a chance to do that. If you're London, you got to get a 3. 15 seconds remain. Rocco Awad. Punched away. It's not over and back, but Munch has got it. Throws it to Lee, and he's not going to get it off in time, and it counted. It's not going to count, but it did go for Torian Lee. So at the half, Orangeville leads 50-17, absolutely dominant. And let's see if we're going to take a little 10-minute break here. Normally they put that up on the shot. It looks like we are. So hopefully I can get set and come back out a little bit more prepared for the second half. Chris McKee, appreciate you tuning in. We'll see you back in 10 minutes. We'll check 1, 2. Yeah, we're a little, you probably just want to stand. All right, back to it for the start of the second half. I'm about to be joined by Fiona Madigan, my broadcast partner, as we've got Orangeville's EYBL squad. Ja Duval gets the roll. Hold on, let's give me a little mic check there, Fiona.
Hi.
Push it a little closer to your mouth because you talk soft.
Hi.
There we go, that's good. So Chris McKee with Fiona Madigan. So 52-17, so game like this, I need a little help. I was trying to get Greg up. He wasn't about it, so you did a good job last time. So here we go, round 2. So do you know the EYBL kids?
Yeah.
You do? All
we
right.
all go to school together.
Good. So you know them probably better than I do, because this is my first time seeing some of them. So any bit of info you got from them, just chime in. Well, Munch steals it, and then Duval tips that out. So John just came here. So is he in school with you guys?
No, he's doing online course right now.
Oh, he's doing okay. Cool. Yeah. I was gonna say I know he kind of was down in one of the Florida academies, DME, I believe.
Yeah, he's from Florida.
And then has just switched over. So where's Josiah Sutton? Any idea? Is he around? No, he's one of the new guys they got as well, because I haven't seen him.
Josh?
Yeah. Well, Josiah Sutton.
Which one is?
He's not out there. That's what I'm saying. He's not here today. I just didn't know if he was.
Yeah,
That was one of the guys I wanted to look at. So McCord
That-
slashes through and it drops.
Yeah.
Attack McCord. So you guys had a bit of a disappointing loss Tuesday night. Have you kind of shook it? Have you left it alone?
Yeah, we're ready to go, and we'll make it to the finals, and hopefully put up a better game.
Well, now you're going to have to run through Jay Addison in the semis, right? Because if you're going to be the 3 seed.
Oh yeah.
So it's going to be a bit more challenging, yeah.
True.
So I'm going to be doing the play-by-play for the OSBA championship.
Oh,
so
nice.
I'm hoping and praying you guys are going to be there in that game.
Hopefully for junior too.
So had an eavesdrop on the London Basketball Academy's halftime speech. They didn't go to the dressing room. They're just kind of in the hallway. Heard the coaching staff saying, forget the score. There's Duval, nice little pull-up jump shot. They're like, just shoot, just play your game. Take your shots. So 56-17. And how is that not a foul? I could hear the slap from here. They're calling possession arrow. Could you hear that slap?
I heard that slap.
Yeah. So you got to go take one ear off
To hear the slap.
so you can hear what's going on, yeah.
Okay, I got you.
There we go, okay. So Fiona had both ears on it. So have you chatted with Mom and Dad? What's the weather like up in North Bay?
I think it's pretty bad. I think it's worse than down here. A lot of snow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wide open look in the corner. Had the shot, didn't want it. So those are the shots you got to take. And then, hey, the degree of difficulty, much harder, but Damarian Enos Hurst made that look easy. Lovely lay-in. 56-19, 7:36 to go. Duval thought about the 3, and then Olawashalu, and possession arrow is going to favor Orangeville. So Fiona, big performance you had in the junior game. What was it, 2 weeks ago now?
Yeah.
42 points and 11 threes. So at what point did you feel like, hey, I'm on it tonight? Like,
Probably after the first quarter, I had 5 threes, so I'm like, we just keep on shooting, and it went well for me. So.
yeah. Olawashalu, ooh, undressed the defender and did the hard part and couldn't get the easy part. So Reynolds Raby, number 11 out there. Ball in his hand right now. Sebic, and was pushed out of bounds. No, they're just saying I thought Jack pushed him. It looks like, yeah, they did get a foul on McMahon. Jack kind of gave him a little body check when maybe he didn't need to. So what's your schedule like for the next couple of weeks, the girls team? You got any road games? Because I know your home games are done.
I have junior games on this weekend, and then after that we have like 2 weeks off until finals.
Okay.
So not much going on.
And when's your reading week? Because I know my son's on university reading week this week upcoming.
Like exam week?
Yeah.
Not till the end of June.
Okay. Oh, so you got a long way. Okay.
Yeah, we had exams before Christmas or after Christmas.
Well, there's Enos Hurst for London. Gets the lay-in, 56-21. So we're going to have the senior day celebration, and then Duval, a little too casual with the hookup with Munch not there. I think he was looking for Johan to maybe skate around that defender and get it, but it didn't go. So if you're tuning in for all the senior night celebrations, we've got Orangeville Prep Provincial and National coming up next at 7. And at the halftime of that game, that's where we're going to do all the senior night presentations. Reynolds Raby, no good. Duval, really impressed with his game. This is my first look at him.
Oh.
And he's fouled. Doesn't drop for him. So Ja Duval to the free throw line. Mentioned rated as a 3-star prospect by 24/7. On 20, I just looked 24. It might be on ESPN. I just looked at 24/7. So, although I mean, the whole process of rating certain kids. I mean, there's the super elite guys, when there's like Zion Williamson in high school, everyone kind of knew, well, this guy's a 5-star,
Yeah.
But there's so many kids on so many different teams, and they're being graded by other kids. It's a bunch of 21, 22-year-olds. It's not like grown men with, 30 years experience watching college hoops and say, that's a 4-star. It's a bunch of college kids for the most part, just kind of rating them. So, never an exact science, just something good. I mean, if you are rated, that's always good. If you're not, don't sweat it. Go ask what kind of star Damian Lillard was coming out of high school. McCourt. Oh! If you're going to do that, man, you got to finish it. Because that is a long, hard walk back to the bench after you miss that dunk. He got up, though, on that one.
Well, he got up there.
Yeah. Well, attack McCourt. Unfortunate. 58-21. This one, I saw some of the parents kind of getting into it. The refs were like, hey, I don't know if this is the game. In a playoff game, something maybe this is the game to kind of.
A game like this, you don't have to get into it.
Yes, just kind of sit and enjoy and clap when your kid does something good or his teammate, and otherwise chill out. Well, McMahon telegraphed that one. That was too easy. And stolen by London back the other way. That was Reynolds Raby who sniffed that out easy. Rocco Awad running the point for London. And Duval, again, sniffed that out. Here comes Orangeville. McMahon. Easy lay-in, Jack McMahon. 58-21 at timeout on the floor with 5:29 to go. So what's your plan for the summer? Who's your AAU team, Fiona?
I'm not sure yet. I don't really know where I'm playing at the moment.
Did you play AAU last year?
I played with Greg last year
okay.
on like a team mixed with Orangeville and Barry girls.
And what was the name of that squad?
Next Level Elite.
Okay.
Yeah.
So still, is Greg coaching that team again?
I don't think it's happening this year again.
What do you prefer, AAU or high school ball?
AAU is more fun because you get to travel with it, but high school's fun because you get to play with your friends.
All right. No friends on AAU teams?
Friends.
It's more business?
More business.
Yeah. It's not show friends, it's show business. That's the old saying, right? I have that tattooed on my arm. That's what that's about, yeah. Well, I used to work in the music business before, so show business, that's what they always say. It was a reminder, so anytime I picked up a contract to sign it, this isn't about friendship, it's about business. And so that was the reason for it. So 5:29 to go, 60-21. How old are you right now?
15.
15, so no tattoos yet?
Not yet,
Good,
soon though.
good. Oh,
For sure.
My son just got his first.
I'm going to get my first tattoo soon.
And he got it, I was talking about this on Broad. He got it on his neck, and I was livid. It's like, you couldn't have got it,
Yeah, I think I'm going to get mine on my forearm. I think that's the plan.
That's the one? All right. Just don't get too addicted, because there's a girl I know, friend, and beautiful girl. She started with one, and next thing you know, I saw her a couple weeks ago. She works at a restaurant, and I'm like, you said you were only going to get 2 or 3, and now you're on about 20. They can be addicting, because you feel uneven.
With the tattoo?
Yeah, because you get one on the right arm, well then you got to get one on the left one, right? So, and then it kind of spirals from there. 5 minutes to go, third quarter, all Orangeville by 39 points. Johan Munch, and the defender got in the way, but he got his own follow. Johan. So I don't have any updates on Johan's recruiting, where he's at. I got to think this guy's sitting on some offers right now.
Lots of offers.
Yeah, this size, athleticism. is unbelievable. And there he is, rips that rebound
And
away.
IQ. Well, that didn't really. But his IQ is really good on the floor.
So 62-21. Who's the smartest player on your team? Not in this book-wise, I mean on the floor.
We have a lot of smart players, but I'd say obviously Ayla and Jenna because they're our point guards. But Chloe's really smart on the floor. Cam's good in her position. I feel like everyone's good in their position to know what to do.
That's one of the things I like about your team. Everyone's kind of where they're supposed to be.
Yeah, all the time. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Makes the game easy.
Yes. Well, London pushing around. We're on 9 seconds on the shot clock. Sebic pulls up and off the back of the rim. Attack McCord to Duval, pulls up for three, nobody guarding him, and he says, but then an air ball from Ja. So a tough game for Ja to kind of stay mentally engaged. You've seen it, the first half he was in it, and you can see he's checked out a little bit here in the second half. Pull-up jump shot, and that's Justice Grant.
Is this
Nicely
for
done.
the North Pole Hoops League?
I don't even know. That's the thing. I literally, they just sent me the roster for this team as I was driving up here, so I didn't get any chance to do any research, anything. I literally was asking on the broadcast, is anyone out there? Hit me up and let me know what league they're in, and no one's hit me yet.
I think this is North Pole Hoops.
Okay.
I'm like 98% sure.
So if you are, hit me up on Twitter at Mr. McKee. Want to make sure we're getting it right. McCord gets his own rebound, and I thought he was going to try to go over top the two. Lee pulls up from just outside the free throw line. Munch, and he's mugged. Good foul. That's Sebic in there wrestling with a guy who's probably got about 7 or 8 inches on him. So 3:42 remains. We don't have any commitments yet on the men's side, right?
We had one guy commit.
Oh,
but
yeah,
I think
he's gone. Ethan
he's
Brown's
gone.
going to Colgate. Yeah, so it's in the
Yeah.
remaining.
But I don't think anyone else is committed yet.
Yeah, Ethan, who was here for the first part of the season, transferred over to United Scholastic, and he's headed to Colgate. Ethan, one of those kids, I mean, he's similar size and frame to Johan in a way, but he's more of a project because Ethan was playing volleyball for the most part, but his athleticism there, that's the guy. And then Munch just swallows up that. And so Ethan's a guy that's going to be maybe 2-3 years from now, he's going to get to where he needs to be.
Yeah, his full potential.
3:26 to go, 63-23. Sebic behind the back. And then shot clock run out. Too much of that for London. Heave it up. So again, London playing undermanned. Looks like they got one guy injured. He's over in street clothes. And then just 2 others on the bench. Lee in the corner for Jack McMahon. And bingo, Jack. He's having some season this year, especially from behind the arc. You know, you want to talk about players that, you know, high school players, some of them actually do get better year to year. And Jack is a guy that is, you know, if this was like NBA 2K, you know, if last year he might have been like a 72, this year he's like a 90 in his rating. He's improved that much.
Yeah, he's
like,
improved a lot.
And I love seeing it. Jack putting the work in.
Good job. Oh.
And Olawashalu off. Well, 2:40 to go, third quarter. What's your guys' schedule like today? No practice or?
Yeah, we had practice down in the dome till like 5:30.
And now just hanging out. Are you sticking around for the next game to watch too?
Yeah, everyone will stay and watch.
McMahon, Munch wide open. And the big man shows his range as well, Johan Munch. This dude is deadly. 69-23. We're approaching the 2-minute mark of the third quarter. Awad, a little floater, and a kiss off the glass. Rocco Awad. 69-25. Underneath, Olawashalu. And that's good defense. He got ball. But the foul called against Bagley Lacerte. Ilan Balde coming in. What grade is Ilan in?
Grade 11.
11.
Yeah.
We'll time it on the floor. Coach Larry Blunt. And Larry looks like I thought he was going for a washroom break there. He just kind of ran away from the huddle. Oh, he's giving some defensive instruction to Torian Lee. So Larry, of course, just came to Orangeville, back to Orangeville after a long stint as an assistant in the NCAA. Spent the past couple seasons at Oklahoma State. Behind Mike Boynton, was over at Drake for a couple years, Canisius, and now back in Canada. So Larry, it was a buzz. You know, I was talking about being at those NCAA games earlier, the ones in Toronto with Clemson and TCU, and I was chatting with the Clemson coaches, their recruiting coordinator, Coach McKay, and I told him, and I'll say, hey, I do the play-by-play for Orangeville Prep. And he said, Larry Blunt, that's my guy. And so that name still holds weight, even in the A-list of universities. And so if you're an athlete looking to get there, Larry's got those links.
Yeah.
So.
I'm gonna run and go get pizza.
Cool.
Oh, can he hear me?
It's all right. Well, Fiona's going to get her pizza. So she's tapping out. Thanks for helping. Really. Whoa, watch it. Your hook there. Okay. Thank you. Always have some of the other players come up and help out a little bit when we can. 69-25, $1:52 to go. So Fiona was more up for it the last time we had her up in the booth a couple weeks ago. She was distracted today. Olawashalu. Hitting free throws, good form. So when I was out shooting around with the kids on Tuesday, I was trying to get Jack McMahon and Owen Kenny to do the underhand free throws. We were having a competition to see who could hit like the old school, like 1940s, 50s basketball where you do the granny between the legs, because that's about the only thing I could hang with them on. I'm not gonna play one-on-one with them. Shot clock at 7, 5. And that's off the mark. Torian Lee. Torian's dad, Brian, played hoops at St. FX out on the East Coast, 1993 national champ. Mom was a volleyball player at Ryerson, now, of course, TMU. Munch, quick trigger. And the shot clock was winding down, but a little off for Johan. 70-25, 1 minute remains. London, shot clock at 5, 4, and possession arrow. It's still gonna be London ball, but they're only gonna have 3 seconds on the shot clock to get something off, so they're going to have to work quickly here. So something quick, 3 seconds. Got it, put it up. Reynolds Raby. Hey, bit more like it. Luca Reynolds Raby for 3. I think if London play with a bit more urgency, you see it there, just 3 seconds, and here's McMahon. Are they gonna count it? They are gonna count it. Jack McMahon. Looks like it was a foul off the ball. Jack McMahon from 3. Dude's lethal. Love seeing it. So they are going to count that. So pushes it to 73-28. So no free throws on that, or it's just Orangeville ball under the hoop. Yeah, so it is Orangeville ball still under the hoop. No extra free throws. Always fun being up in the gym. Great energy. You know, it's weird. No matter what kind of mood I'm in. Oh, that one slapped right back. That Tori Lee. Any kind of mood you're in, usually anytime you get here at the gym, all that goes away. And you just kind of be in the moment. A lot of fun. So always thankful for the opportunity. Munch follows, and it drops. Johan Munch, and one. 75-28. You know, Munch is a guy at the college level could play 4 positions. I don't think he could play the point, but he could certainly play the shooting guard, the 2, 3, 4, and the 5. And so positionless hoops. The one guy I tell you that I believe, J.C. Brooks on the national squad could play all 5 positions at college. I love this kid. Hopefully he'll be suited up for the game coming up next at 7 o'clock. So we're at 8, 7, 6. And it looks like 3 in the key, or he was longer than 3 in the key. And the shot's not going to count. 6.8 to go, so Orangeville will have to at least hustle a little, get it up. Lee sprints up the floor. 4, 3, 2, has it pocket picked, stolen. And then Awad from his own, basically from his own free throw line. I had a good look at that. I was impressed. So at the end of 3 quarters, all Orangeville, 76-28. Chris McKee, appreciate you tuning in. Senior night here at the Athlete Institute in Mono, Ontario. Just checking to make sure no messages. Big shout out to my guy, Josh Milliken, tuned in, watching at home. Appreciate the love. Where's Josh? One of the top scouts out of Canada, does an awesome job making sure all these young men are being seen and provided with an opportunity to play somewhere at the next level. He's just chatting with him. He was down in Rhode Island last week, chatting with a bunch of NCAA coaches, letting them know who's who in Canada. So big shout out to Josh. Go check him out on Instagram. Well, I know his personal ones, Josh Milligan. I forgot what the other one is. I'm just pulling it up now. The Maple Minute, that's it. So check out the Maple Minute on IG. So Olawashalu had 18 at the half. Rocco Awad 8. Trying to add to these totals. Ilambalde Lee. Duval, and off. Here comes London. So, love London, Ontario. Always have a great time anytime I've been down there, anytime over the past, 25 years. Always had friends that went to Western and first started going down there back in the late 90s. It was Rocco Awad for three. 76-31. And Duval just undresses everyone in black and red. Spin move and drops it in. Ja Duval. 78-31. Approaching the 9-minute mark in the fourth quarter. All Orangeville, and then Awad drives, no good. Duval. Coast to coast, and he gets the finger roll, and then a technical called. Yeah, I didn't like that. He kind of went in the other guy's face. When it's 80-31, you want to keep that stuff to a minimum. If it's 80-78, you can do that. Not on a 49-point lead. So I appreciate the ref for making that call. And London will shoot some free throws. Luka Reynolds-Raby just hit a three a few moments ago. Hits that. Now London will get the inbound. 80-32. Of course, All-Canadian weekend coming up. End of March, early April. I've got a little bit of info. I don't know if I'm supposed to be saying it yet, so I'll try to keep that quiet until Jesse gives me the go-ahead. Plenty of time in between to help push that. So, and Duval rips that back. Wants to make up for that last play. You can see I thought he wanted to go coast to coast. Balde, fake, and then nice little mid-range jump shot. Ilan Balde, 82-32, 50-point lead, Orangeville Prep. Grant, and at least he got it back. Grant, second time's a charm, and then denied by Duval, but it's still going to be London ball. 11 seconds left on the shot clock. Reynolds-Raby, step back, had it, and then didn't want the shot. Shot clock winding down, and from three, Demarion Enos Hurst. 82-35. See, when London is playing with urgency and the shot clock's coming down, or they only have 3 seconds on that inbound, that's when good things are happening. I think it's when they're kind of taking their time and thinking too much about it. I think you gotta let them go play a little urgency. .736 remains, 82-35. And of course, Orangeville National and Senior coming up next. Awad off the mark, Reynolds-Raby. And again, there's that drama. So at the high school level, it drives me, it's frustrating. The kids catch the ball and they're a foot away from the basket and they all want to dribble. It's like catch and jump right back up, or pump fake and jump right back up. No need for the dribble. You didn't see guys like Shaquille O'Neal, Tim Duncan. Once they cut it, it's like, boom, rip that rim down. Reynolds-Raby with some free throws. .82-37, 7:05 to go, fourth quarter. Olawashalu. And he got away with the travel because he was dancing out there and then tips that one in. Well, hopefully the refs keep the whistles in their pockets here as much as possible, barring anything egregious over these last kind of 6-7 minutes. Awad, corner three, short. McCourt. And wide open from Lee, why not? Looks good. Oh, Torian Lee. I had a perfect line on that. I was right behind him up here in the booth, and so you can see the line, like that's going in. Torian Lee. So, you know, I was a little disappointed that, I mean, obviously for my own self, I was loving Torian's game with the national squad, and he disappeared, and I was like, is he still with the program? Because I don't get to see this EYBL team, because I guess most of their games all in the United States for the most part. Munch, and has it stripped. That's one where the big man, you don't want no hesitation. Catch that and hammer it away. He's 6'10". Shot clock at 7, 6, 3. Off. And, you know, Awad didn't even go for that. He just looks gassed. Guys on London kind of just walking back on defense. Frustrating. Feel for them. You see just two guys on the bench, and they're probably completely gassed at this point. McCourt. McMahon. Jack gets the roll, and it drops for 3. Jack McMahon, love it. You know, one thing I loved about that, not the roll, but he caught that kind of off balance and still was able to get that up. And I'm just so impressed with how much improvement Jack's made, especially from behind the arc. Outstanding. Dude's become lethal. This guy's living proof that if you put the work in, you can become that dude. Now Jack gonna go take a little bit of a breather with Orangeville up 90-37, 4:55 remains. Bunch of new guys checking in. Let's see numbers we got. It's Joel Campbell. You know him. Four, 3. And Sevic gets the roll and 1. Nikola Sevic. So Demetrius Woodward also in there for Orangeville, number 3. Just trying to see behind some of the players. Converts. 90-40. London steals it. Grant. And he wanted that poster dunk, but couldn't get it. Now knocked out of bounds. So getting a little sloppy here in the last couple minutes of the game. 4:20 to go. London looking for the shot, drives and attacks, and then blocked by Munch. McCourt the other way. And then good defense by London, so block from Bryson Vanilla Kemboy. Corner 3 off. Lead at 50. So tip of the cap to the London boys coming up here and putting a fight up in spite of being down numbers on that short bench. Balde with the lay-in pushes it to 92-40. Little finger roll, Enos Hurst. 92-42. 2:50 to go in the ball game. McCord, man, he can glide, just skates through everyone. And then left-handed lay-in, attack McCord. And I don't know what the foul was about. TJ St. Louis coming in for the first time tonight. Big man, 7-footer. No, not yet. They sent him back to the sideline. Oh no, there he comes in. Of course, stick around, next game coming up at 7. Hopefully I can get a coffee in between. And Sebic trips up. No foul called against Orangeville. And then ripped back. London will have another go. I don't know what the call is. Well, referee Vince Bull has made a call. The other refs look a little confused as well. I don't know what the call is. Well, either way, London will shoot some free throws. Justice Grant hits the first. Well, I really hope for safe travels for the London boys heading back out that neck of the woods. I heard there was a big accident on the westbound 401 through Milton around Highway 25, so hopefully by the time these guys get out of here, the roads have cleared up a little. I did see all the plows out on the road heading up here, so should be a little bit better. And also the snow is tapering off. It's switched to more kind of a rain. So hopefully this, but you never know when you go out that London way, it's completely different. Balde and has his shot obstructed by Sebic, and here comes London. An adventurous pass, but kept in. In and out. .136 remains, still a 50-point lead for the hometown Orangeville. Try again, Sebic, and he's mugged by Balde, and he'll shoot some free throws. .123 to go. So we're getting some new camera equipment coming up in the next couple weeks in anticipation of the All-Canadian Games, which is exciting. Sebic. It's them both. 1:20 to go in the ball game. Balde to Woodward. Campbell. To St. Louis. TJ St. Louis. Two-handed dunk for the big man. And the bench loves it. 96-46. You know, TJ, he was playing with, I don't know, was it provincial or national squad, one of the other Orangeville teams for the first couple months of the season. He had a couple big games. I love this game. Didn't get a lot of minutes tonight. I don't know whether he's dealing with injury or just Coach Blunt resting guys. Woodward and Campbell couldn't catch it. 38.4 to go. a wrestling match. And so, hey, you love to see this from both teams. Hey, whoa, 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 no, you don't like to see that. What the hell? I was about to compliment them for saying, hey, man, good to see they're kind of staying, fighting for balls, but we don't need an actual fight in a 50-point blowout with 25 seconds left. I think they just call the game at this point. Well, some of the youngsters, Ilan Balde, stuff like that, you got to learn. Like, there's a time and place for that, and a 50-point game in an exhibition game ain't it. I was loving that they were both on the floor kind of going after loose balls. Love it because, hey, game ain't over, but the fighting stuff, stop. That's the second fight I've ever seen. The only one I saw was senior night in a big-time playoff game between Orangeville and Lincoln a couple of years ago. That's on the Anyone's Game TV show. But there was meaning in that game. Just run the clock. Kids, you know. Well, London inbounds. They got 14 on the shot clock. Off on that one. But Orangeville can just dribble this one out. And hopefully they do. Don't need any more of that stuff. And even if you're London, please no tight defense. Let's just let this run out. There you go. Well, Awad's playing to stop it. It's stop reaching in, trying to steal, and when you're down 50. Well, that'll do it. Orangeville 96-46. Stick around for the next game at 7 o'clock.